Have you ever wished that you had more confidence in yourself? Maybe you were trying to talk to someone you thought was attractive and kept stumbling over your words, or maybe you just needed that confidence for playing the sport that you play, or maybe you need it for a job interview, whatever the case might be. I am here today to give you 3 tips on how to increase your confidence with ease. But before we get into that, I first want to go over why it's important to be confident in yourself. So I actually came across this video that's like perfect for what I'm going to try to explain today. So basically in this video, David Goggins asked the guy to hold out his arms like this, and he tried to see if he could push him down. The guy's job was to keep his arms up as strong as he could, and he did good at the beginning, but that's when he was feeling confident in himself, that's when he was feeling strong. After a little bit, David Goggins asked the guy to basically change his state and to think about something that made him depressed or something that just kind of like had him beat. And he was thinking about that, and you could just see this guy's whole body change. He just kind of went down like this, and he was asked to hold out his arms again, and he pushed his arms down with such ease, all because of that state that he was in. But then after, he switched back to that high energetic state of just confidence, and he was able to just hold his arms out. So that just kind of goes to show you, depending on what state you're in, it can and will influence how you perform, but also it will influence your confidence as well. So the first tip is a pretty obvious one, but I have to say it because it's very important. The first tip is practice and preparation. So obviously, the more you practice something, the better you're gonna get at it. And the better you get at it, the more confident you get in yourself. And eventually you'll even get to a point where it's just automatic. You won't even have to think about it. You'll just be so confident that you know how to do it without even thinking. But it's kind of hard to actually feel confident in whatever you might be doing if you haven't been practicing and preparing for it. All right, tip number 2 is to change your state. I've made a video on this in the past. If you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, I'll explain it briefly. Change in state is basically just like a radical change in your mind and your body. When you change your state, you're gonna wanna change it to a more confident and just energetic. So a lot of times when people have issues with their confidence, it's usually because they're not in the correct state that they should be in. And if you don't know what that state would look like, try to imagine a time in your life when you felt confident in yourself. Just try to think what you were thinking, feeling, and just how your like posture was and everything. And when you move your body in like all these different types of ways and like you just produce energy in yourself, you just like, it immediately changes your state, it changes your frame of mind, it changes your thinking, and you just start to get more confident in yourself. And when you make this radical change in your body, it will just kind of bring more confidence to the surface. So say you're feeling down like this or whatever, you want to like summon up the confidence or whatever to go talk to that girl, but you're like, oh, I can't, I'm shy, I don't know what to say. But instead of like going into it in that state, try to change your state, be like, oh, I'm the best, just anything to get your energy levels up, pretty much. That will increase your confidence a huge amount, and you'll probably be more willing to go and talk to that person you find attractive. You'll be more confident in yourself to perform the sport you're playing or whatever activity you're doing. But if you want to know how to like really change your state, I made a video on it. I'll put a link in the description for you guys. Go watch that. But now let's move on to tip number 3, which is just to do what you say you're going to do. Follow through on whatever it is you say that you're going to do. I'm telling you guys, this is probably the most important thing you can do. The impact it's had on my life and my confidence and just my energy and how I feel about myself overall is insane. But when you do the things you say you're gonna do, you kind of start to build more trust with yourself, and with that trust comes a confidence in yourself that you will follow through on the things that you know that you need to do. So for example, me, I have like my to-do list and my habits on my whiteboard in my room, and I have these little boxes with them that I erase every day. And basically what I do is, if I do the habits, I check off the box. So that's like literally doing what I say that I'm gonna do. Same with the to-do list. Once I get something done, I check it off. And it feels so good to check that off and just like to feel like that you are productive and that you accomplished something for the day and that you're moving towards your goals. And when you like actually see the progress and when you actually measure yourself of like checking off the boxes, you become more confident in yourself because you're like, hey, like you come across something that might be a little bit harder to do where you're like, okay, well, I've already done this, this, and this that's leading me towards my goal. What's to stop me now? And you build that trust and that confidence in yourself, and you'll just like, it kind of just pushes you forward, honestly. It's like the best thing, I swear. But also, I do have to make the point that if you don't do the things you say you're gonna do, try not to beat yourself up over it, because it's just don't. It's not a good rabbit hole to go down, but you should hold yourself accountable. So a rule that I actually just recently made for myself is, okay, if I don't do one of the things on my to-do list or my habit list and I don't check off a box, then I have to do 100 push-ups on the spot. I don't care what excuse came up during the day. If I didn't end up doing the things I said I was gonna do, I do my 100 push-ups right then and there. Like I was saying, when you check off these boxes, it just builds that trust in yourself and that confidence in yourself. And then that momentum will lead into you doing more things that will build your confidence, and it'll just lead you to feeling all around like way better than you normally would. And it puts you in a way better state as well. But that is about it for this video. I hope you guys try some of these tips out and let me know if they work as good for you as they have for me. But that is it for this video today, guys. I hope you guys found it valuable.